What's up, y'all? I want to talk to you about saying yes. When you feel like saying no, it's time to challenge those comfort zones. Let's go. What if you said yes to everything you instinctively said no to? Now, I'm not just talking about jumping out of a plane, riding an alligator or something like that. Dangerous stuff that is not necessarily related to your goals or your dreams or the things that you've been thinking on that you would do if there were no obstacles. I'm talking about the thing that you feel called to do, compelled to do, but a little insecure, a little nervous to do. What would saying yes to that look like? When I stepped out of my comfort zone, it gave me opportunities for speaking engagements, which I see myself speaking to large crowds, thousands of people. I see myself speaking to large crowds and getting paid thousands of dollars to do that because the value that I give is going to far exceed the value that I'm paid, the number that I'm paid. And I mean, that's typically how things go. If I don't give more value than my price point, there's a deficit that I need to fill, or I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, right? And it's more on that. But there's something in me, something in you that is a blessing, supposed to be a blessing. Saying yes to opportunities, stepping into your purpose, doing the thing that you feel compelled to do, it sounds so simple. Do it, right? But what happens when that imposter syndrome is knocking on your door like, hello, do you think you can do this? I used to deal with this thing called imposter syndrome. You've probably heard of it before, and you may have even experienced it without knowing it. This thing that puts self-doubt in us needs to be challenged. Most likely that's a negative cognition, and it comes from somewhere. So if you were watching my last video where I was talking about really challenging those limiting beliefs and going against those labels that were placed inside of us, sometimes as we go along in life, we get words spoken over us that don't really align with where we're trying to go. We don't check those things. And those seeds, I'll call them, were planted in the garden of our emotions, of our mind. And like weeds, they outpace, outgrow, and they cause damage to what's really supposed to be there, to those beautiful flowers that's supposed to bloom in our garden. We need to address those things. Otherwise, the weeds will choke out what's supposed to be there. We ain't trying to grow weeds. We are trying to do good things out here. There were many opportunities that I was given that I would instinctively say no to because I wondered, who am I? If you ever had one of those moments where you ask yourself, who am I to do X, Y, and Z? I had many opportunities that were presented to me that I would instinctively say no to because I felt, who am I to speak on this thing, to do this thing? My wife just came in. Oh, come look at this. What? Well, a story on this coming soon. Sneak peeks. There were many opportunities I would say no to instinctively when I wanted to say yes. A lot of those things being speaking engagements, opportunities to be in front of people, peers, adults, seasoned professionals. I'm talking about seasoned, so Lowry's kind of professionals. And I would think to myself, who am I to speak to them about this thing that I have less experience in, less years, less skin in the game with? But I had to challenge that. I had to go against that thing because me being obedient to the yes meant that somebody else got blessed. And that's what I want to say to you. What are you saying no to that if you said yes, somebody else would be blessed? Somebody else would be able to get to their purpose. Somebody else would be able to get to their dreams. Somebody else would be able to break free from whatever limiting belief, thought, something that they had holding them back, but they needed to hear your story. That's what I started to believe in myself. And as you see me wearing this drama therapy shirt, shout out to Purpose Compositions, shameless plug. Got the art therapy, music therapy shirt that I'll put out there soon enough. That'll be, down below when it's time. But saying yes to this one opportunity opened the door for so many others. So I was asked to be a part of a team that was going to a different school to speak on toxic work environments and how to break through that. And I said yes to this, even though I felt like saying no. And I was a solo facilitator. There was a team, but we all had a room to ourselves, and we had a small group of the staff at that school. And I was with like 12 to 15 staff by myself. And I was facilitating this thing. But little did I know that one of the staff at that school was someone that did a PD, kind of like a paint and sip school edition for a previous school that I worked at years before. And it was powerful, it was wonderful. And I went to this school and I was thinking about what I should wear, how I should dress, etc. And I had created an emotions chart because I feel like identifying how you feel is a very important thing. And my wife encouraged me to wear this thing. And I was like, I don't know if I should do that, but she encouraged me. I put it on, I got there, and people were commenting on the shirt. And the gentleman that did this PD at my prior school saw it. I was like, yo, I need that. Where can I get that? And I was like, well, I made this. He's like, cool, how can I order something? I was like, well, I don't have it on any commerce. I don't have a business. Fast forwarding, he walked me through the whole thing. He was like, yo, this is something that's powerful. We need that. It's a beautiful thing, especially it comes from a person of color, black man doing this thing in therapy. This is what you need to do. Make that a business, become a DOE vendor, and then make some things around that so we can get that out there. And it's that encounter before I'm going in to do this work, talking to these pedagogues, these seasoned Lowry professionals in their field about toxic work environments, how to break through that and connect with the vision and really live that thing out. Going into it, that gave me some steam. And it was even saying yes to my wife to the recommendation that she had me wear that shirt that I made that got the ball rolling. And from that experience, saying yes to that encounter opened the door for me to start Purpose Composition LLC on Juneteenth, 2022, when it got founded, established in the South Bronx. BX, I love you, what's up? And from that, get this emotions chart shirt made and see it pop up in a school that I was at before as well. But I also got a chance to hear positive feedback on the things that I was sharing with these seasoned pedagogues and how they felt it was really good. I didn't know how things were going, but at the end, they were letting me know, like, this was really powerful, great to have you back, all of these things. But if I said no to that, imagine what I would miss out on. Imagine the things that I wouldn't even know would come from me. There may be many things you feel like saying no to that in your heart you want to say yes to. I want to tell you, what would it be like if you said yes to all the things you instinctively said no to? Step out of that comfort zone. There's something beyond your comfort zone that's called adventure, and you're supposed to get to it.